What are the reviews of this, of curiosity? Yeah, 1988, definitely.
Rated M for mature.
Oh, so this is why things are on sale. The Walking Dead 20th anniversary sale. Okay. The Walking Dead starter pack available now. Walking Dead Betrayal. I know the Telltale Walking Dead games. I know a whole bunch of other Walking Dead video games have been made. Apparently, it's all, like, positive stuff. That... Wait, hold on. That's clearly all 4 seasons there. Like, that's season 1, season 2, season 3, and then... Oh, that's season 4 there, and then that's season 3 at the end. They mismatched them. But wait, starter pack? Like, to, the Telltale games are what they consider to get you started on the Walking Dead video games? It's like Borderlands made a Pandora's Box edition to make money? Just to have some more stuff to sell? No broadcasting. Oh, is this the final season? The definitive series. How much is that out of curiosity? Wow, 15 bucks for everything? That's actually a really good price. I would recommend. For like the whole thingamabob there. Promotion, interesting. Well, this just turned into an ad for The Walking Dead here, I guess. But 400 days though? Meh. Behind the scenes bonuses? I own all the games, but not with this. Graphical enhancements. Graphic black art style brings Season 4's enhanced visual style to all previous seasons of the acclaimed series. Wait. You're telling me that there essentially was, like, a remaster of Season 1 and we could have played it in, like, a lot better graphics if I played this? Is that what you're telling me right now? And I just find this out now at the end? Walking Dead, the definitive series, contains all 4 seasons, 400 days, and The Walking Dead Michonne. What's The Walking Dead Michonne? Wait. Wait. Yeah, because that's the final season. I've never played it, but I know looking at it that that's the final season. Like, that looks so much better than, like, the jarring models, and especially the eyes and stuff like that of what we just played. The Telltale Definitive Series. So is this just add it all to your Steam library, or does this count as, like, a single install that just has them all, and then you select them from the menu? Oh, and there's, like, Clementine growing up. Interesting. But, like... Because, I mean, I guess I can't be too upset about that, because it was actually kind of interesting looking back at that game after, you know, a decade. Because back when it first came out, it was like, yeah, this looks fine. It was what you'd expect of the times. But now, 11 years later, it's like, oh, yeah, this looks kind of jarring. Because as I've discussed in the streams of this, it's kind of in that weird in-between of graphics, where it's like, you know, you play something that came out way, way long ago, and it's like, oh yeah, this is just, you know, what things look like of the time, and, you know, you get used to it and stuff. Stuff that you play that's modern is like, wow, this looks really nice. But you play stuff that's, like, right in the middle, and it's like, oh, this is the weird, like, jarring in-between kind of stuff there. I think if I had to say any single most jarring thing in it, though, is probably Omid's eyes. But yeah. And yeah, there was the whole episodes thing where Bob going on there. Gameplay improvements. Character performances, lip syncing, other gameplay and UI enhancements make... Really? And when did this release? A few years ago. Okay, when did Season 4 release? Because I'm fairly certain that they released Season 4 around the time that they went out of business, and then this other company came and bought them out and, like, released things. So I guess, you know, one of the things this company did was release the Telltale Definitive Series. Hold on, of curiosity. Where, I guess I can close this now. I guess I don't really need it open anymore. Exit game. Don't really need to keep that open. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on a hot second. Let me have a look-see here. Because, yeah, I own all these. Walking Dead, the final season. I got it during, like, some Steam summer sale or something like that. That came out 2018 is when it was. Okay. And then, like, right around that time, Telltale Games went out of business. Ooh, spoilers. Even for me, because I never played it before. Yeah, so they went out of business around that time, then Skybound Games took over. And then one of the things that they did then was release that thingamabob. Huh. Interesting. Hold on. Yeah, the Telltale starter pack is just seasons 1, 2, and 3. 1 of 4 items for this bundle are already in your inventory. Wait, because I family shared some from my old account. Yeah, that I haven't been on in, like, forever. Wait, do I own Season 3 on this account? Like, what? Nope. I have them all from there. This is the only one that I have on this account. What? Starter pack. Wait, it is 4 items. It only shows 3. So it's just that I buy this bundle, save 10% off on the 3 items that you don't have. But I have them family shared over from my other account. The Walking Dead Ultimate Steam Bundle. How many Walking Dead games are there? I'm just curious here. They went out of business while making Season 4. They had a very small team just finish the game. Yeah, it was something like that. Ultimate Steam Bundle. All the Walking Dead Telltale seasons and the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. What's the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners? Walking Dead the Ultimate Steam Bundle includes over 6 games that define a generation, both narrative storytelling and now in VR survival combat. What? I don't know a whole lot about Telltale video games. Walking Dead video games. Experience the full story of young survivor Clementine. Yeah, there's that. And in the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Tourist Edition. Experience a VR game unlike any other in the Walking Dead universe. That includes the following. But it just includes these games standalone. Walking Dead, a Telltale miniseries. Showed. I never even realized this was a thing that existed, I'm going to be honest. So it's just all of the Telltale things. And then whatever this is. What is this? Saints and Sinners is a game unlike any other in the Walking Dead universe. Every challenge you face and decision you make is driven by you. So exactly like so many other games in the universe, Telltale The Walking Dead. Isn't that like one of the big selling points of the biggest Walking Dead video games? I mean, but what do I know? Fight the undead. Whoa, spooky! Fight the undead. Scavenge through the flooded ruins of New Orleans. Whoa, that's where Guzman's from. And face gut-wrenching choices for you and other survivors. Live the Walking Dead. Hello, Rico Banna. How's it going today? We just wrapped up The Walking Dead, and now we're just looking at, like, other Steam stuff here. Well, I was looking at what my decisions even affected here, and then it became a rabbit hole of looking into Steam. Whoa! Get stabbed. So this is just like a VR thing? Interesting. All weapons unlockable. As opposed to there's some weapons that you can never get but we program it into the game. Like, what does that mean? All weapons unlockable. Like, yeah, I sure hope so. Jeez, that's loud. Should have turned it down earlier. Roll. Yeah. The meat grinder update. I mean, that looked like a pretty generic zombie VR game, but Tourist Edition. What? Anyway, the thing that we were looking at was, oh, and I guess I can unfavorite this now. I only found out earlier this year that you can favorite games on Steam, so I've been favoriting things that I'm currently playing, so that's, like, at the top here. Currently playing or, like, soon to be playing, like, here's the 2 next Assassin's Creed games. I never launch Citra from Steam, but I have it there as a reminder. There's a new DLC for this coming out soon, so that's why that's there. I guess I can unfavorite this now that it's done. But, like, yeah. $5 for that. You know, I guess I got, like, a decent bit of gameplay out of it, you know, and a little bit of runtime there. But it just was not very interesting. And, you know, if I had to, you know, give my review of if this stuff is worth it or not, the main game of The Walking Dead, absolutely. For sure, no doubt. 400 days? Nah, not really. Hold on. But I just want to see here. Also view the 400 days chain of events after beating the DLC to see all the references to Season 1 and between character stories. Telltale Games leaked a series of short videos on Twitter leading up to the game's announcement, featuring quick looks at various new characters and featuring titles named after various days. So far, there's been day 2, day. Okay. What was the trailer? The E3 trailer for the... Gosh dang it, man. For the thing that we just played. I've not, but I have seen a cutscene movie of The Wolf Among Us, and I thought it was interesting. Was the case. No, the only Telltale games I've played are the Walking Dead ones, the first 3 seasons. But I have watched The Wolf Among Us, and I watched the Batman games. And I saw that the Batman ones were on sale recently, and I picked them up. I'm fairly certain. Like, are they here? Where? Batman, the Telltale series. Yeah. I recently picked these up because I got them both for like $15. Because I watched cutscene movies of these two and I thought that they were pretty good. Especially the second one. I quite like there. So I don't know, maybe I'll play them at some point. I do own it. Now. As of like a week ago. From Telltale Games. And Skybound Entertainment. Oh, so Skybound was always involved then. I guess. So, was this company that was always involved the one that, I guess, bought them out then? 5 stories. Amongst is cool. Cautiously optimistic for the sequel. Yeah, we'll see how the sort of new but sort of not new team does here. Because, like, technically a different studio, but still a lot of the people that were with Telltale anyway. Like, maybe once a definitive release date comes out for The Wolf Among Us 2, like, is announced, like, maybe it's something that I'll consider playing here. You know. I don't remember a whole lot about it, but I do remember tuning into a cutscene movie of it and thinking that it was pretty intriguing. An all-new DLC episode for The Walking Dead Season 1. Yeah, the story of Walking Dead Season 1 is really good. But that we just experienced was just like, okay, but what's the point of any of this? You know? You know, like if it was an epilogue that was like, hey, here's some stuff going on with Omid, Krista, and Clementine in this little mini story as she comes to terms with what happened to Lee, or something like that. That would be an interesting epilogue. But this was just like, but why though? Okay, can I find a definitive answer about like anything that it affects? How did the choice in 400 Days affect Season 2? Make no effect but seeing those characters. You get 5-second cameos, and Telltale gets $5. Hello, Mad Cat. How's it going today? No, there's no... This 400 Days DLC that was just like 5... Gosh dang, it's not even up there anymore because I unfavorited it. It was this 400 Days thingamabob. It told like 5 different short stories about like 5 different random characters that we'd never heard about before, and it seems to affect nothing. So, you pay $5, you get these 5 short stories about people that you've never heard about before and don't have any connection to, and then, yeah. The first time that I'm catching you live, well, I appreciate you stopping by. You know, like, stuff from YouTube then, or something by chance? We just finished up The Walking Dead, which is a game that, you know, I'll always love. I think it's a fantastic game. I don't remember much about 400 Days. I faintly remember it after, you know, playing it just now. So I love the main game, but this was just like, why? What's the point though? So yeah, my personal review there, main game, absolutely recommend. Fantastic video game. But this, just watch like the cutscenes on YouTube and then forget that it ever existed. You know? Yep, nice. Well, I do greatly appreciate you stopping in. Sorry that it's not during a time that we're doing much of anything interesting gameplay-wise here. We're just, like, summing up the thoughts at the end of a playthrough here. But yeah, it was a good story, even if there was not much of a point to it. What, 400 Days? Was it a good story? They felt kind of like they weren't leading up to anything. Didn't have, like, any meaningful lessons or anything going there. I thought that some of the stories were kind of intriguing, but... you know, they didn't really go much of anywhere here. Unlike the main game, which clearly went lots of places. Well, that's how I feel. But anyway, back to what the heck is going on here. So, I owned all these games, and I played this thinking that this was like the only way to play this game. But you're telling me, hold on, where... and this game is just $5 now. But hold on. Where was that Ultimate Edition thing? No, not this. And why is there bundles like this with the individual games if there's a better thing? Hold on. I'm just looking this up now. Walking Dead. Yeah, this here. Don't know how I navigated to this page before. I had no idea this was a thing that existed. What the heck is this loading up now? Watch the developer play. No thanks. Get out of here. Your favorite out of all of them? Definitely Season 1. I don't know Season 4. You know?
That was the best ending I have ever played.
This is a very different... There straight up was a remaster for this game that I just played, and I didn't even realize it until I beat it. Oh, poor doggy, Jessie. She doesn't get around very well anymore. It's very, very old doggy. You okay, Jessie? But, like... Contains all 4 seasons, 400 days, Walking Dead Michonne, which includes over 550 hours of gameplay across 23 unique episodes. I just now beat this after 14 hours. And I said a few times throughout the playthrough, like, yeah, these graphics are pretty dated now. It'd be cool if it got a remaster. And it turns out it had a remaster this whole time. And I never even knew that this existed. This came out 3 years ago. Almost exactly on the day. Huh. It's not that expensive. It's on sale for this 20th anniversary sale that's going on now. Jesse. Oh, Jesse. Hey. Hey. You okay? You alright? Did you get somewhere? You down? Or are you just trying to adjust? You can just stay there if you want. She's a very, very old doggy. Nah, I didn't. I kind of lost interest by that point because I found season 3 to be like really forgettable when I played it. I really liked season 1. I really liked season 2. 3, apart from Clementine, I couldn't even tell you any of the characters' names at this point. And season 4, I never played. Was the case. Yeah, she's a very, very old doggy. Coming up on 15 years old here, and not really having a whole lot of time left because she can barely even get around anymore. Is the case, so making the most of what time is left here and all that. You want to get up and move, or you just want to stay here now? Relax there. No, look at all this shed hair. Is that one of the quotes there? On campus recently, there was this fundraiser going on for this organization for rescue animals, and they were selling dog toys and cat toys and such there. So I picked her up a new toy, and she absolutely loves new toys because her 15th birthday is in exactly 1 week from now. It's on November 4th. Is the case, the same day that we're doing our 24-hour charity stream. So I was gonna give it to her sometime shortly after that, but now that she's been moving around and stumbling and stuff like that, and clearly hurting and depressed about not being able to get around very well, I wonder if it might be a nice pick me up to give it to her now instead. It's just in my laptop bag over here. Is the case, yeah. Her last birthday that she's having here, unfortunately. She's very, very, very old. I got you something. Would you like to see? Still has the tag on here. They're meant to look like a blunt, which I, don't think is super funny myself. I'm sure some do, but it's just a strange shape that, she hasn't played with a toy like this before. That I think she might get a kick out of, is all I figured with that. No squeaker in it, I don't think. Jessie? Jessie? She's almost deaf as well. Jessie? Is that a new toy? Is that a new toy for the doggy? Oh. What do you think? I know you like new toys. You might not be in the mood right now. Yeah, she might not be too much in the mood right now. Yeah, that's for you. I got that for you a couple days ago. Yeah. Yeah, it's something a little bit different compared to other toys you've had before. Oh, now you're more interested. Yeah. A new toy there. What do you think? Now she's like, okay, don't touch me. He's the same age as your dog. It's a very old age for a doggy. you think, Jesse? Not really in a playful mood right now. More so just like, I want to have this with me now. But maybe not play with it right now. Yeah. Maybe just not in the mood right now in general. She needs a lot of help nowadays. Like, she can't do stairs anymore. I'm the one that picks her up and, hauls her up and down the stairs whenever she wants to go up or down. And, she knows that that's what she needs to do, but she doesn't exactly feel all that great about it. And, clearly is the type of doggy that's like, I want to do everything myself. I don't want to get help here, even though she knows that she needs it and, does accept that she needs it there. But I think because she, fell over just now, that now she's in a kind of ticked off mood that, like, I didn't mean for this to happen. This is not a great moment for me. I was just kind of bummed out right now, is what I think is going on. I may be in a bit of pain. Yeah, I think. Relax there for a bit. I won't move my chair so you can stay there. But yeah. That's what happens when you get old. Can't quite do the things that you wanted to do. Stuff gets harder and harder. Yeah. Yeah, she just kind of wants to take it easy now, I think. I'm sure tomorrow we'll be playing a whole bunch with a new toy, though. I'm sure there. Yeah, things are pretty hard for her. It's not definitely not easy for her or the family here. Anyway, back to a lighter note of other stuff here. Just looking at this. So, yeah, the game that I just finished got a remaster.
They really did a great job with this.
And I didn't even realize it. The dark colors look odd. This isn't a half bad price here, and now I kind of want to see what stuff is like. I'm buying it. But I'm turning off display capture for a hot second just in case it shows anything that shouldn't be showing there. Yeah, PayPal. I agree to the Steam subscriber agreement. Thank you for your purchase. Install your new content. Yeah, let's see here. So... Oh yeah, I added some things there. I wanted them at the bottom when I got some things free with Twitch Prime, but I'm pretty sure that just goes to a whole different thingamabob nowadays. Hold on. Gosh dang it, what was it called again? Oh god. I just moved it into RPG. Am I blind? There's also typing of the dead that we could play. Oh my god, it's right here. I'm actually so blind. Yeah, I definitely will. Like, we'll definitely get through everything here eventually. Oh my goodness. Let's do that then. Yeah, so it literally is just one install. I should have just played this. Wait, if I play Season 2 from here, is it going to be able to carry over my decisions from, like, the individual install? I wonder. Well, crap. I hope I didn't just screw myself with that there. I really hope. But there's a chance that I might have. Huh. This is not exactly gonna be a quick install. I was kind of like, hey, let's showcase the one remaster that I didn't realize existed. But I don't know if that's happening. Yeah, I think you can choose them at the beginning. If not, okay. So I can basically enter my main important decisions there. Yeah, I think that sounds faintly familiar from, stuff like this here. Yeah, just 3 gigabytes there. So wait, this was 45 gigabytes. It doesn't say how much this is, but I'm fairly certain this was 3 as well. Hold on. Out of curiosity. So let's say about 16 plus 14 plus... I'll round this one down because I rounded those ones up. Plus 3, and then let's say plus 3 again for the first one. 36, and this is 45 total. So... the file size of this is bigger than all 4 of the individual games combined. But I guess that's because of, like, all the stuff that got remastered and stuff there. I assume, or it's going to take up a bit more room. But I guess that also includes, like, the DLCs, which might not be included in all those thingamabobs there. Hold on. Hold on. If I just have a look-see here. Yeah, you'd think that maybe this would be, like, the uppermost thing there. Because, yeah, apparently that's the only way to play the remaster, is that way. I guess, through that, rather than the individual things. And I had no idea. Maybe I'll just showcase it whenever we get to playing Season 2. You know, is maybe what I'll do. Because, yeah. Yeah, I didn't know about that there. I probably would have played the remaster had I known. But hey, at least that puts the original into the context of the times and stuff like that. And only 3 of 3. What are the other things I downloaded? What? There's an update for Golf with Your Friends. And there was updates for those 2 games that downloaded at some point here. Huh. Well, interesting. I know that this is a thing that you can do. I've seen it on the page for things like Dark Deity, but it's just like a pre-recorded stream. So it's not really a live broadcast, even though it's implied that it is. You know? I do want to look up here out of curiosity. Does it change anything at all? Echoes of the choice you made in Season 1 will carry over into 400 days, and the choice you made in 400 days will resonate into Season 2. I've apparently gone to this page before. It is a 6th episode of the series overall, focused on 5 different protagonists, each in their own short personal stories in a tight geographic area. Bridges the gap between the player's choice with Lee Everett in Season 1 and the events of Season 2. Does it? Oh my god. I hate it when I'm reading something and then everything shifts with all the ads that it loads. This DLC is not included in the Season Pass for Season 1, but it requires at least the first episode to be installed on the user's game system in order to play. Season Pass implies, like, all the DLC, but I guess in the case of this episodic thing, Season Pass would just mean, like, the first 5 episodes. You know? Yeah, so it was kind of in order there. But, like, no, not synopsis. Synopsis. I can't. Words. Playing this episode and seeing the above stats is chart showing which of the 5 survivors went with Tavia, which one stayed is then seen. Like the special stats in around every corner and no time left, the screen is only seen after completing the episode and cannot be seen from the stats options in the episode select. But, like, impacts. This list shows the narrative consequences of the affected choices from the previous episodes of Season 1. But I wanted to see if there was impact into literally anything that impacts in Season 2. I don't need to see this. Depending on the player's choice in Season 1 is saving Doug or Carly, the saved one will appear as a rotting corpse full of maggots on the side of the road in Russell's story. Oh, was that Doug and I didn't even notice? In Shell's story, the cancer patients mentioned the group about stealing Kenny's boat and no time left. Depending on who and if you left anyone to guard the boat, they'll mention them by their features. Guy with a mustache if Kenny stayed, woman and her boyfriend if Omid and Krista stayed, and teenage kid if Ben stayed. Also, if Lee threatened Vernon when they first met in Around Every Corner, he is mentioned by Clive about his remark of Vernon not being able to shoot him. Clive states that if Lee had said that to him, he would have shot him. Also, if Lee lied to Vernon about having medicines, Clive will state that caused them to lose Bree and Vernon. Okay. Hoof's errors? In the chapter selection, Bonnie's story is titled Day 236 and Shell's story is titled Day 220. Supposed to be like the other way around. It should show the correction here too, right? And Long Road Ahead, after when either Carly or Doug get shot by Lily, both face different directions. Curiously, in Russell's story, both Doug and Carly's corpses have noticeably been moved, now both facing in the direction where the RV came from. Also, the walker parted in 2 by Kenny and a car in the background are no longer present. These cars in 1980s Volkswagen Rabbit, which does not have electric windows. They really went in depth with this, jeez. with the errors and stuff. It could just be like a custom built thing, you know, like a modified thingamabob there. You know, like I might put some modifications in my truck from 1953. Like at some point I might put a backup camera in the thing. And yeah, a truck from 1953 would not have a backup camera, but It's a story of Vince chooses to shoot off Danny's foot. Vince's right hand goes through his handcuffs when he fires it the first time. Yeah, I've noticed stuff like that. You know, glitches. Okay, that counts as a different thing. Then, like, the clipping there. Russell's story of the player looks up for too long while checking to see where Walt is shooting from. Russell will duck back down at Nate's command, but Nate will be shot and killed by Walt, resulting in a game over. The game saves just before he's killed, meaning the player is stuck and has to rewind back to a previous part of the story. Oh, when Russell looks up to see who the shooter is, sometimes the screen will still turn red even if Russell ducks behind Nate's pickup truck, resulting in Russell being shot and killed and game over. This rarely happens and almost likely not happen again in a second attempt. Deleted sequences. He has 2 unused audio clips where he apologizes to Walt and Jean John, I don't know, in a sincere tone, and in a tone that suggested that he was annoyed by this. Unused audio clip, Clive asks Roman, she's traveled a lot with you. Okay, I'm honestly surprised. You know, does this official site still exist? Yeah, that's what I thought. Site uses cookies, page not found. Yeah, good old Telltale. Is the main page still here? Or the new Telltale? We've got a story to tell. Does it say about, like, yeah, a studio reborn? Telltale's legacy includes several award-winning and best-selling franchises, including Batman, the Telltale series, The Wolf Among Us, and more. They don't list The Walking Dead here. That's like their biggest one. As of 2019, the Telltale brand assets and IP are now owned by LCG Entertainment. Okay, that's the company that bought them out. But yeah, too bad you want a sequel to the Game of Thrones game? Wait, was that another Telltale game? Let's see here. Now owned by LCG Entertainment, operating and marketing games under the Telltale name. We're not just a game studio of industry veterans, we're also fans of Telltale's narrative legacy and want to see it grow bigger and better than ever. Huh. I don't think I ever heard about that one. Hold on. Telltale Games. Nope. Telltale Games. This is the page for the original one, right? I think so. Hold on. Is there just like a list of games that they made? Yeah, the closure and stuff like that. All Telltale games, how about? What? No! I pressed up on the keyboard to shoot to the beginning of the thing here, but it clearly didn't do that. All Telltale games. List of Telltale video games. Yeah, so they made like several different kinds of things before they started going hard on that one style. But once they released The Walking Dead, okay, there was another one that was released that wasn't quite in that style, but then they started doing, you know, that format of this over and over and over again from there. So yeah, I thought The Wolf Among Us was after The Walking Dead Season 2. Because I'm going crazy. The Wolf Among Us was the immediate next one after The Walking Dead. Huh. I thought that it was sometime later. And there was The Walking Dead Season 2. Then there was the Tales from the Borderlands there. And then, yeah, Game of Thrones. So I have Game of Thrones, a Telltale game series. Then there was Minecraft Story Mode. Walking Dead Michonne. When I first saw that, finding out about it earlier today, I was under the impression that'd be another one of those, like, one episode kind of things. But apparently it's 3 episodes. It seems like. Like its own standalone mini game there, essentially. Huh. Yeah, I've never heard about that. I guess they were trying to capitalize on the popularity of Michonne in the TV show. Stuff like that. And there was Batman, the Telltale series, and Walking Dead, A New Frontier. Don't know that one. So that was new to both of us then. Oh yeah, I forgot about this one. I remember when this first came out. I think I watched the cutscene movie of like maybe the first half of the first episode. I forgot this existed, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, there was Minecraft Story Mode Season 2, which I only found out after starting the series, I think, that Minecraft Story Mode got a Season 2, or maybe I found out sometime later. And there was Batman, The Enemy Within. There was the Walking Dead Collection. But that's not the thing I'm getting right now. I'm getting the Telltale Definitive Series. I guess because this was something that was released under the original Telltale games, and the new Thingamabob isn't listed here. Walking Dead the final season, originally cancelled, restart under LCG. Yeah. Oh, so there was gonna be the sequel, like, was mentioned there. Game of Thrones sequel, Untitled Stranger Things game. An Untitled project. Working on a strategy zombie game with a procedural story. So, hold on. Out of curiosity, maybe we will see a little bit of the remaster Thingamabob there. I just want to read a little bit about some of these. Walking Dead Michonne is an episodic adventure video game by Telltale series based on the Walking Dead comic book series, taking place between issues 126 and 139 of the comic series. Oh, so it does straight up go hand in hand with the comic books then. The game shows events of what Michonne was up to during her temporary departure from the group of survivors led by Rick Grimes in the midst of a zombie apocalypse. Okay. Is this the person that played her in the show? I think so. The 3-episode miniseries follows Michonne's journey after leaving Rick Grimes' trusted group in issue 126 and what brought her back to the group in issue 139. Also serves as a tie-in between the existing Walking Dead seasons developed by Telltale Games. A tie-in just meaning, like, gameplay-wise, not story-wise, right? Unless, you know, the stuff of the show and the stuff of the games are canonically taking place, like, you know, together. Not different universes or anything like that. Yeah, spoilers and stuff. What we deserve, give no shelter, in too deep. Huh. Interesting. So this was originally going to be DLC for Season 2. December 2015, Telltale announced the game would be released in February 2016 as a standalone title that would not require any previous game in the series to play. Huh. The Telltale tool, the game's engine. Okay. Interesting. Wait. Received mixed reviews from critics. It received praise for its atmosphere, action sequences, and the character development of Michonne. Was criticized for its story, side characters, short episode lengths, and graphical glitches. Huh. And interesting. Interesting. Hold on. I've never heard about this one. Game of Thrones, also known as Game of Thrones, a Telltale game series, is an episodic graphic adventure game developed and published by Telltale Games for Android, iOS, Microsoft. Yeah. Episodic format found in other Telltale titles where the player choices and actions influence later events across the 6-episode arc. Story revolves around the northern house. I've never seen Game of Thrones before. The show. So PC. This looks like a case that you'd see on, you know, a physical PC game that you buy forever ago. It's as brutal as the show. I don't know how brutal the show gets, so I wouldn't know. I know that's one of those things that's blasphemous to say online that you haven't seen Game of Thrones. Well, at least it used to be before the final seasons. Now I don't think anyone really cares whether you've seen it or not. Iron from Ice, The Lost Lords, A Sword in the Darkness, Sons of Winter, and Nest of Vipers, The Ice Dragon. Generally favorable. Like, not too bad, but yeah, mixed reviews from critics praising the narrative, choice-driven gameplay, and faithfulness to the source material, while criticism was directed towards the graphical glitches and lack of context for players unfamiliar with Game of Thrones franchise. Oh, so if I went in and played this, I'd be very lost. Curiosity here. Gosh dang it! Just out of curiosity. No. Oh god. Just look up Telltale, and there's only gonna be so many titles. Right? Don't know why it's listing things like that. That's not a Telltale thing, is it? It's not. Dang it, I did not mean to go back here. Dang it. Fine, I'll look up the whole thing. Telltale Game of Thrones. Role-playing game. Is it Lost Media as well? Like Minecraft story mode? After, like, the company became a new company? And, well, don't want to know what that is. Because I know that there was some weirdness with, like, the license on Minecraft story mode, and that now, like, Minecraft story mode is basically Lost Media. I don't know what's going on. Maybe this is just available on other platforms. Cancelled sequel. The first series proved successful, leading Telltale to begin development of a second episodic season. November 2015, Telltale's Kevin Bruner affirmed that a second season was currently in development. Telltale's Job Stoffer, I guess it's just a name there, Job, that's not saying, like, that's the name, not a title. Messed me up. Said in August 2017 interview that while they were still planning on season 2, series was on hold to allow Telltale to focus on their other current projects for release in 2017 and 2018, as well as to see the direction in which the Game of Thrones television series, which at the time was nearing its end of its run, would go. However, on September 21st, 2018, the studio had a majority studio closure, laying off most of its staff and canceling its in-development projects, including the second season of Game of Thrones. Yeah, lost a lot of licenses. Like, I know that they clearly got the ones for The Walking Dead and Batman back, though, because they were able to re-release that. Yeah, maybe that's just Lost Media now. What about the, okay, that's about done being downloaded. What about that Guardians of the Galaxy one that I forgot existed? Dang it. Stay clicked in there. Guardians of the Galaxy. Just look that up. Maybe it was this that I actually watched some cutscenes of. Maybe. Hold on. 'Cause I remember there was something Telltale like that came out. Yeah, I think I actually watched the first, like, little smidge of this. And then forgot that it existed. Because the Telltale one was earlier. Yeah. Guardians is Lost 2. Dang. Guardians of the Galaxy, the Telltale series is an episodic graphic adventure game series developed and published by Telltale Games. Yeah. Interesting. Similar to other Telltale games. Yeah, I think I was watching that, scenes of that other game, not this. When did this come out? 2017. Okay. That was the year before I started content creation. Telltale and Marvel partnered to develop the game, quickly establishing that they wanted to make an original story that used the character's canon but was not tied to the 2014 film. Telltale decided to go against an origin story and instead focus on the connections between each of the 5 Guardians. Interesting. But I guess that's just lost media now, too. Don't stop believing. Yeah. So it seems like, yeah, there's so much here that is just now lost media. But hold on. Of curiosity, before I hop into that remaster thingamabob here. Let's look at, like, the reviews over time. Because, you know, once... I'm honestly surprised this isn't higher. You know, but I know that this game came out. And it was insanely critically acclaimed. And, you know, everyone was covering this game. It was, like, such a massive thing. And this is kind of what got them to go, like, this is the type of video game that we make now. We're doing more of that. And Telltale Games eventually went out of business because they started only doing that and people started feeling like they were more and more mediocre. So I just kind of want to compare the... Is it now? Hold on. Maybe I'll check that in a hot second here. I just want to see if the reviews generally went down over time. I think that, yeah, you're right. It was something that was added to Netflix at one point. I don't know how. Like, is it just something that you watch? Is it something that you interact with Netflix as a platform? Hold on, I'm curious now. I'm loading up Netflix on my phone. If I just look up Minecraft on Netflix. Looking for Minecraft story mode? We don't have that, but you might like Boss Baby. What? Oh, because they're interactive things. I've never tried one of these interactive things on Netflix before. You versus Wild. Puss in Boots, Trapped in an Epic Tale. Jurassic Park. Yeah, it's not there, I guess because of the license things. Here in Romania, it's still available. Weird. Huh. And it is interactive there. Huh. Because I think that it's not supposed to be listed anymore because there's like the weirdness with the licenses where it's not really known who owns it and who can publish it. Yeah, I remember thinking The Wolf Among Us was interesting. Yeah, that was taken like pretty favorably as well, it seemed like. Walking Dead Season 2. Okay, yeah, we're still generally in the 80s or high 70s. Tales from the Borderlands. This, oh wow, yeah, this was very well received as well. Higher, like, reviews-wise than those other things, even. Game of Thrones, that one was, okay, this is where it's starting to get mixed. Still, like, positive, but it's starting to get mixed. Minecraft Story Mode, I'm curious what the ratings of Minecraft Story Mode were. Yeah, this is where it's getting more into, like, kind of territory. Reviews-wise, I review things, like, very differently than a lot of people. I look at something like a 7 out of 10, and it's like, wow, if 10 is perfection, then a 7 out of 10 is really good still, you know? But generally, with big reviewers, it's like, you know, 8 out of 10, that's good. 9 out of 10 is really good. 7 out of 10 is mediocre. I don't know how rating systems got to be like that, that's how things are seen, but, you know, that's the way things are there. Tales of Borderlands is your favorite Telltale Games game, but you like Borderlands, so you're biased. Yeah, Walking Dead Michonne. And yeah, that was not received super well then. Batman the Telltale series, how was that received? Yeah, kinda meh. Surely the second one would have been received better, right? I remember tuning into cutscene movies of both, and I remember liking the second one a lot more than the first. But I've never played it myself. I now have the option to. And then this one is like, okay, like, still pretty positive. By the time that we got to the end, it's like, okay, it's not as great there. The Guardians of the Galaxy one was like mixed mediocrity there. I don't think I ever tuned into season 2 of this. I remember watching the cutscenes of season 1. Yeah, so there was that, and then reviews for season 2 was just kind of like, but it got better at the end. Looks like Batman Then Me Within. I remember actually really liking the story of that one. Yeah, this is still kind of received like mediocre, better than mediocre, it seems like, compared to some of those other ones. From tuning into that, though, I remember actually really liking that one. Walking Dead Collection, Walking Dead the final season. How was that received at the end of the day? Okay, we're still like close to the 80s, mid 70s, like it's higher than most of their stuff that they've had there. And yeah, so it seems very much like the company just kept on pushing out games that a lot of people were receiving to be kind of mediocre and not really getting them invested in buying more games, and then they went out of business.